Hey ladies.
Hello.
We are back with another episode.
Yes,
How y'all been doing? How y'all mental health been going on?
It's great.
Been
so
good.
far. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My mental health is off the charts right now.
Anything fun happened over the weekend?
I did a few photo shoots. Event for her name's TT. She's an amazing makeup artist. And I did an event for her called Makeup and Mimosas. I had a seminar where she had some ladies come out. Everyone looked great. She had food, 2 courses, and then she had mimosas, and then she had like a little booklet with her picture and all her work on it. And she had a model go up that's an esthetician, and she showed how to do makeup. So I did a photo shoot there, and it was interesting. I met a videographer there. He's from Germany, and he was teaching me a lot there, and he actually lended me a couple of his lenses. So I'm excited to be working with that pretty soon.
What about you, Vixen?
Well, I got a sensual massage.
Tell me more.
Right?
Well, I'll let you know. Okay, so I say sensual and not sexual because it was not sexual, but very, very sensual. I have sexual trauma. And so to be comfortable with a man touching me that I don't know, I thought it was going to be extremely hard, but it wasn't.
Or was it?
Okay, desired touch.
I'm sorry. You know how I'm sorry.
It almost went over my head. Over his head. No, just joking. Desired touch. That is the massage. The gentleman, that is his business. He was here in Nashville. And he is a gentleman. I was very comfortable. I did not seem or feel nervous at all. Very, very relaxed. Every touch, everywhere he touched me was just made me even more relaxed. There was no fondling of the breast or, nothing down there.
Yeah.
But it was almost just close enough to be sensual, but not enough to be sexual. So shout out to Desired Touch. That gentleman, that young man, because he's a young man, does what he does, and he does it very well.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on Facebook too. I was like,
we would definitely leave his information in the description box below.
Yes, because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I knew.
And he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
What about you, Shell Shock? Anything interesting over the weekend?
no, nothing over the weekend. Throughout the weekday,
Okay.
My sister got all she can get, So,
what does that mean?
I want to be exclusive. So basically, my love, he was with me throughout Monday through Friday. He's gone for the weekend, and I'm grounded, basically. I stayed home, and I'm good. So I'm happy.
You got the goodies and you're good.
You said your love was with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yes.
That's why I didn't hear from you.
He stayed with me.
Oh, okay.
Did
You know how women get when they man be around. They don't know nobody no more. No, I'm just kidding.
You're so silly.
You're not kidding. You're telling the truth, but it's not that they don't
with her, I'm
know
just
you.
kidding.
They don't know you. They just got, something else that they've got to give that attention to.
Okay.
Happily
I'm
give
happy.
that attention to.
Ocean can relate, but she don't want a relationship.
Man, we was just talking about that.
She don't want a relationship, so she can't relate.
Listen, I would have people over here and on the phone with my friends. Prime example, her.
You said people, but not a man.
I mean, so let's get into the first topic.
Yeah.
Well, my weekend was great. Did a lot of shoots. Did some this morning. Tired, exhausted. But I was looking forward to potting because we have potted, a week ago? But it didn't feel like, I don't know if it's just the setting, But I feel like when we're here, I really feel the vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see y'all today. Y'all
Glad to see you too.
Yes,
darling.
it's glad to be back. Glad to be
Well, episode 18, the ships. So speaking of the ships, meaning relationships, situationships, beneficial ships, let's talk first about
Entangle
sex.
ships.
Ooh. No, that's deep. So, first topic, let's talk about sex. It could go in many ways. Or which way y'all want to take it. Like,
I have a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, have any of you dealt with the man that was not circumcised? And if so, did you go down on him at all? My first baby daddy, he's not circumcised, and no, I did not go down on him. And
Why? Why not?
because it was just, it didn't look right to me.
Oh.
But once
It's filled with blood, and he has an erection. You shouldn't be able to tell.
yeah, you can't tell after.
I can tell. It looked weird, and it just threw me off.
I have a long time ago, like in my 20s, not go down on him, but
That was the man that was
yeah, and that was my first time actually seeing a guy that was uncircumcised, and I was like, why you got so much extra meat?
I think it's a way to take inches from black men so that they can have average size or smaller penises. My kid's grandmother, she gave me specifics about what to tell the doctor to do with my sons when they were circumcised. Didn't want them circumcised, but it was just something that they did then.
Right.
She was like, so these are the specifics, and this is what you do, because it's going to decrease the size of their penis.
Oh, wow.
And so, no, we don't.
I thought it was more like a health reason why they were doing that.
Yeah, because they
Men have
say
had uncircumcised penises since they've been here. and
they
we've
say
been
that
here.
It's more
the
of an
excess
American thing.
skin, it captures a lot of bacteria.
If
So
they don't keep
And
it
they
clean.
some
cut
men
it.
don't know how to get
What
it
about the
clean.
vagina?
Yeah, what about
But let me tell y'all this. I was actually in a room when my son had his circumcision. And I cried. I was really crying because it was really nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
blood was shooting everywhere.
Yes.
And, you know, the baby was crying. And I'm like, why y'all really doing this to us?
Exactly.
Like,
It ain't
why?
that big of a hygiene
Because that's
issue.
what men are
Right.
born with. So why remove it when they're born?
Right. So at this point now, I don't care. Like, long as it has veins and it works.
I never really cared. There was one man, he's fine, Puerto Rican man. I'll never forget him, but
Go ahead.
forgive me. But you know, he was circumcised, and I didn't think anything of it.
He was
He
uncircumcised.
wasn't
Uncircumcised. Sorry,
Yeah.
he was uncircumcised, and I didn't think anything of it when I saw it. I mean, I guess because maybe it's because I work in healthcare that I've seen a lot of things, but that was my first time. But it just didn't cross my mind like, oh, this is gross. Like, it was just an uncircumcised penis. Like,
So,
Yeah.
so how do y'all feel about men that doesn't have a larger size, or as they call it, not well endowed? Like a little
I
penis.
pray for them.
Have you had sexual relationships with a guy that wasn't?
Can I tell a story about
Sure.
that? So I was in college at Alabama A&M. And,
Go Alabama.
and so I dated a guy. He was 6'4",
Ooh.
and he had a baby penis.
Mm.
Yes, and I threw up.
Oh,
It
wow.
was just that small.
Wow.
That because it made me think of a baby.
Wow.
It was awful. And
Even
I'm
when he
like,
was hard?
It was hard.
wow.
I'm like, I would be like, how?
I need to,
like,
I need to sip on that one.
It was like a pygmy. The little people penises or something. I don't know. And I'm not saying pygmies have little penises. I'm just saying it was so very small that it made me sick at the stomach because this 6'4" guy here with this penis of a 3 or 4 year old.
So
That's
when you
crazy.
threw up, what did the guy say, or did you
I
ever
just
talk?
told him I wasn't feeling well.
Did you end things?
I probably the next day I never talked to him again.
And what kind of person was he? Was he so confident?
What do you say to someone like that? You said, I'm saying, like, I can't date you because you have a baby penis.
Yeah.
No.
What was his character? Like, was he like
nice? He was a nice guy.
Really?
Or like, did he think highly of himself?
No,
like,
he was just a nice guy.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've
I believe you. I believe it. I know you have. I
Let me hear, Ocean.
But I just.
Girl, you heard it last night.
I want to hear it again.
So, I was dating this guy, or were we dating? Yeah, dating. Getting to know each other, you know.
Casually dating.
Casually. Dating. And he was a guy that was very intelligent, very knowledgeable. Vocabulary was on 10. Carried himself with confidence, but it was a little extra. And I like a man with confidence, but it was just a lot. So, you know, I'm thinking, well, maybe he gotta, because he just, you know, bringing it.
My friend here, my best friend, shouts out to my best friend Noe who lives here. She says that there is an epidemic of small penis men in Nashville.
Well, speak back to what I was saying.
It's the water. She said the water shrinks their penis.
It could be because Nashville people have bad water. Like, I don't even drink the faucet water. Never. Well, as soon as I got here, like, that water is so disgusting.
So, Nashville, your water is shrinking your man's penis.
But back to my story, we end up vibing, you know, we were vibing, 4 months passed. I end up giving in, and it was really small, and it was a problem. It was about I'm sorry. It was probably about 4 or 5 pumps, and it was over. And I was just like, oh wow. Like,
now that's something
what
different.
happened?
That had nothing to do with size.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I didn't feel it.
Now, and a man would love to say, you just ain't good, you just little walls.
Baby, it was so little. Just being, if we want to be technical, just honest. I don't want to talk shit because I'm trying to be respectful to the person because I know they watch the podcast.
Ooh-wee.
Shout out to you. But seriously, like, it was really small. And for me, size doesn't matter. It's kind of like, if I like you and I have a mental connection with you and emotional connection, then the sex part, I can get used to it. But in this sense, I don't even think I could have gotten used to that.
Then size matters. Exactly.
I mean, bad sex, though.
We women say size doesn't matter, but it does.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys consider bad sex?
If I don't have an orgasm, if my vagina is hurting and I still didn't have an orgasm.
I think bad sex for me is not having the connection with my body. Like, I need a man to understand my body. I need him to know how to caress me. Like, I don't want it to just be sex and that's it. Like, I need to have the foreplay, but not only that, the conversation leading up to it. Yeah, the mental, like, I want to be a stimulating conversation where we could just be sitting on the couch and then you just rubbing my feet and then it just you touching my body next and it just leads into it. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's something I think that you have to tell that person, because men
not all the time.
But I'm saying men, like, I feel like as women, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes women feel like men need to do these things and they're not even aware of these things because they don't know.
Yeah.
So they just want to wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But if you let them know, like, how you want to be caressed or what you like foreplay, I think that's what helps guys.
Definitely. My ex taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say this. I want women to start being honest with
Yes,
men about them and their sex, because I've becoming a woman, and up until I got married, I think there was a lot of guys who felt like they just knew what they were doing and they didn't. And then when you would express to them some displeasure, it was then put back on you that oh, it's because you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Or if you said, oh, but you came too quick, oh, well, I had this on my mind and this on my mind. You see what I'm saying? So women, I think if we get to the point where we don't want to hurt a man's ego. So we definitely don't talk about what they do when it comes to sex and in that aspect. But we do need to be more honest about what feels good to us.
Yeah.
What, if we want to be touched. If instead you thinking my spot is the clitoris, but really you could probably get more out of me if you touched a nipple. Women, I'm for real, like women need to express that.
Yeah.
And me, I would like for my man to let me know what he likes. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
like
yeah.
if you want me to squeeze tighter, or you want me to let go, or you want me to turn here but bounce back. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to be insulted because you're leading this dance. But if I say slow down, stop, go slow,
right?
You see what I'm saying? Just the tip. Then I want you to do that as well. And then one more thing.
Okay.
And then if I say, "Ooh, this is good," don't change positions or strokes.
Stay right there.
Yes, I think a lot of men, you be like, "Ooh, that's good." Oh
They
yeah,
try
and
to
they
switch it up.
change the stroke. No.
Because they be feeling themselves.
Yeah,
They be so
no, baby,
excited.
if it's good, stay right there.
Stay right there.
Hit that particular spot.
And stop faking orgasms. Because they used to be me in my 20s. I was like, oh, did you come? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I did.
But Envy and his
now,
wife.
now in my 30s, like when I turned 29, I was like, hell no, it's over. Like I'm not about to fake anymore because it's a waste of time and waste of good vagina. Like I'm not faking. If I did not and you did, like I had a situation recently, and the same guy I was telling y'all about, he came really fast or whatever, and he went to the bathroom, cleaned off, came back, and he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "I need your hand on your mouth because you're not gonna leave here." And I'm like, "This, like for real, like don't play with me. You gonna do something."
Good.
And he did something, and I was like, "Well, I'm sleepy. Good night," and he left.
Wow.
So
I mean, I think
faking, ladies.
a lot of
No,
us
definitely
ladies
not.
are pleasing our men. DJ Envy and his wife just came out with a book where she didn't tell him that she wasn't getting an orgasm for 15 years?
Yeah, but he had money.
And, I mean, she was saying that she was wanting to please him, and he would like go real fast and get his, but she wouldn't get hers. But yeah, we women have to stop faking it, and we have to tell our man like, hey, this is what I like.
Yeah.
And not just to really try to please them, but you need to please yourself too. So.
And I used to think moaning was something that happened naturally, but it's not naturally. Like
For some women.
I don't know if I'm getting old or whatever, but recently I was like, God damn, I'm tired of. Let me just be quiet. I'm tired of breathing. Let me just say this. To enjoy, like I don't want to say nothing, and then when I was quiet, he was like, "What's wrong?" Then now I got to do it again because it's like that's what
it
you
comes
used to.
naturally to
Yeah.
me.
I guess it just depends. Like I don't just moan all the time, but it's like it's never a conversation or an issue. Like it's like it's still there. You
Really?
know, the sexual healing is still there. Like it's not really.
I'll say I used to be a loud partner until one day he is, shout out to my 23-year-old.
Oh wow.
Well, he was about 8 at this time, and he was outside jumping on the trampoline, just kind of jumping on the trampoline with his brother, and I heard him say, "Ooh, yes, that feels good. Ooh, yes, that feels good."
He's mocking you.
Yes, and my other son, my oldest son, he just rolling. He just can't stop laughing, and I'm just sitting there. And I'm like,
That's
wow,
crazy.
I need to shake my.
That's the only way that I can try to be real quiet is if the
I
kids
became a quiet
are there.
after that.
That reminded me of something on social media. Y'all didn't see that video of this little boy sitting at the kitchen table, and he was talking to his mom. He was like, "I'm tired of you making noise at night," and she was like, "What I be doing?" He be like, "You be like this." just making motions, and she was like, "What I be doing?" He was like, "I don't know, but I can't sleep." You seen that video?
I can't sleep.
That is a viral video.
Well, it happens, and so
Yeah.
I remember one time my poor daughter, she's 12, and she was about 8, and she had went on a trip with her teacher, And so they brought her back, and my ex and I, we were in the room, and the window was open.
Oh, wow.
And so when the kids aren't home, you get to be free.
Right.
And we were just loud. I know I was just loud. We were all over the room. I could hear myself echoing.
Oh, wow.
That's how loud. And so her teacher called. And so I look at the phone, and she said, we're outside. And I look out the window, and they're standing at the edge of the stairs, and the window's open.
Oh, wow.
She saw you.
They heard.
Oh.
They heard. Yeah, I've had a child or two walk in on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scarred them, but they know to
know to knock next time.
Yeah.
I never walked in on my parents.
Me
I have.
Yeah, but my mom. You know what? I did walk on you, Mama. I did walk in on you. Somebody was having a get together. They had met up at IHOP after the club, and so they were like, you know, if you don't go to the club, just meet us at IHOP. And that's the thing. Like when you leave the club in Memphis, everybody go to IHOP or Waffle House. So I was like, Mama, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go up here to IHOP. I'm gonna meet my friends, and I'm gonna come back home. She was like, okay. She knew I was sick. I get back. I pull up or whatever. I cut the light on. I'm walking down this long hallway. I go straight to my room. I open up the door. My mom in my bed. Y'all, I was so mad because
she was in your bed.
No, because it wasn't my daddy.
Oh.
Because it wasn't my daddy. I was so mad. I cut the light on. My mom gonna look back at me. I was like, oh my fucking God. I just cut the light off. I went back outside. I went in the car. I sent her this long message like, you gotta be ashamed of yourself for being out here doing this stuff with people that ain't my daddy and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, girl, shut up. Come on back.
That sounds like something my mama would say, girl, shut up.
The next topic is my topic. And we're talking about undercover, download, brothers and sisters. I was telling my co-host here that brothers get a lot of grief about being down low and not, I don't know how, I know it used to be like a really big deal, but now I'm not sure. But also, you have a lot of undercover sisters out there. These best friends that go to the bathroom, because I know my ex, that was his thing. He swore that when girls went to the bathroom together, they were munching carpets and coming back to the table full. That
is crazy.
like
I've never heard of that.
Yes. That's
Wow.
why girls go to the bathroom in pairs, because they play while they're in the bathroom,
Or maybe
and then
because
they come
they want to be
back.
safe.
I promise you. And
Wow.
so to me, I think that
That's so crazy.
a lot of females are undercover bisexuals, or just, you know, and we don't give them the same grief as we give our brothers. And I just want to say, you know, is it just me, and do I only see that, or do you ladies agree?
I think that a lot of I'm going to say people, because men and women find woman-on-woman relationships or sexual interactions attractive versus man-on-man.
Why do you
That's
think
what I
that
was going to
is?
say.
I don't know why
It's
that
like-
is. You know, and I think,
Like, why are they hiding it with men like that?
and you know, there's a thing where people think that that God is a woman because everyone praises a woman, because people are attracted to breasts, you know, butts, vaginas, like they like, I think most humans, man or woman, like that kind of stuff. So I feel that most women on women interactions is attractive to a lot of people versus seeing a man go down on a man. It's not really attractive to a lot of people.
I wouldn't say that it's not attractive to a lot of people. I think they're scared to admit that it's attractive.
I mean, I've
Because-
watched gay porn before. It's attractive to me.
Do you watch
Men
on
and men.
Okay.
I like man on man.
And like, I've never, heard of down low women before. This is the first, because like,
Miss Celia and
Because-
on The Color Purple, that was down low.
Well,
You see
'cause
what I'm
men-
saying? Like women, I just think have probably been down low longer than men.
Yes. I don't know. I don't think so.
I think it's equal.
It could be equal.
Yeah.
But I think when women, well, not women, but girls, when they were younger, you know, probably experimented and things like that, and was on a low like in that way. But growing up, being women, I've never heard of that before.
I don't know.
This is the first.
Sometimes I think about like back in the slavery days when the master was low key gay. And he would like rape the man. That's how I be thinking, because you never really just saw, well, of course we didn't see it, but like in the movies they don't portray the master's wife wanting a woman.
Women are not afraid to come out.
No, because it's praised.
It's
praised.
Yeah.
But men are scared because like Caucasian women, I've noticed, because my Caucasian white friends, they don't care if their men are gay. They don't look at it like, oh, you're gay, I'm gonna blast you. But black women, let you find out a man is gay that you talk to, girl, and his gay ass, his dick in the booty ass, and I'm gonna put him on blast because he's gay. For me, I feel like this: if you like the same sex, I don't see anything wrong with it, because at the end of the day, you cannot help who you love. Right. You know?
I just get upset when men act like they be like homophobic and then you really down low. Yeah. And that makes me upset.
What if it's a guy that's struggling with his sexuality and doesn't want to come out to people, but he has you as his girlfriend, and he just probably don't want to tell you right now because he don't want to lose you, and he love you, and he's battling with his sexuality?
It's still wrong. You got
really?
Yeah. Because you're having sex. Is one thing, and like because for you to find out,
we're supposed to be building something.
So,
that's one thing.
It's a lot of time
we are
wasted.
supposed to be building.
That's true.
And if we're building something, then you can't build on shaky ground and lies and not telling the truth about, especially your sexuality. We're so hell bent on having freedom of speech. It's spilled into television. It's spilled into kids' cartoons.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, like a 12-year-old, and this is just how I feel. At this point, I don't care the way it can get insulted. Gabrielle Union, I say it loud. I think it's wrong to watch two 12-year-olds kiss.
Yeah.
As a society, this is where we're going to. Okay, so now we can watch two 12-year-olds kiss regardless. So next, can we watch a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old kiss? Or will we watch a 12-year-old kiss a 22-year-old? Like, at what point do we stop and we say, just the push of sexuality, period, on television and radio, it's just too much.
So let's get into beneficial relationships. So would you all say that you all have ever had a beneficial relationship?
Yeah.
What
you
kind?
mean a sugar daddy?
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what is it?
I mean,
I
feel
go
like
both ways.
A beneficial relationship is just somebody that you benefit from, whether it's financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, just something that you gain from that person, you know, without a commitment.
All of your relationships should be beneficial if that's the case.
True.
Yeah.
You know, everyone, and you should be pouring into the people that, you know, the people that you're with, you should be pouring into their lives, and they should be pouring into yours. So
what about friends with benefits?
Okay.
I was just about to say, I think what separates all of the relationships from a beneficial relationship is that, one, it's no commitment. And it's no expectations that you would have in a real relationship.
You're right.
It's kind of like, I want this, you want that. Let's agree to do our X and 4, and no commitment. Like, no, like nothing.
It's almost like, it is like when you two are together, y'all are together. The conversation might be amazing, the sex might be amazing, and then as soon as he walks out that door or you walk out his door, y'all are back to regular lives. You're not even worried about him and his other hoes, or he's not worried about you and your other men. Like, when y'all are together, it's like, it's just y'all two. Y'all can go on dates, and he might treat you better than his others. Yeah. It just depends on the relationship and the attraction. But I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think, enjoy it. Have fun. We're young. We have one life to live,
Yeah.
But I think
isn't that like kind of like casual dating?
Yeah, it's casual dating, and it all has its. I feel like it all has its benefits. You don't always just have to have sex. Sex doesn't always have to play a part in friends with benefits. I mean, y'all could be friends with benefits just going on trips, or I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah,
I guess it just depends on
and
the people.
I love those type of relationships.
Of course,
I know it.
they're your favorites.
Because it's no headaches, and it's like whenever you meet a person, they always put these expectations on you. Like if I called you Monday and we talked and I said, well, let me call you back, and I don't call you back till Thursday, then I gotta hear, I called you Monday, it's Thursday, why it took you so long to call me back 3 days? Like, I don't want to hear all of that.
I was
like it
what?
don't even matter. What matters is that I called you back. And for me, I was just going to say, for me, that's the thing that I don't like when you're exclusively dating or relationships. We put these expectations and we set these obligations for one another, and it's like, no, you cannot give me any expectations that I am not aware of.
It's a headache.
Yeah.
I think being in a relationship and just from my perspective, being in a relationship compared to just being like in an open relationship or friends with benefit, it's more of a headache being in a relationship, because now you're emotionally attached to a man or to a woman, and it's like you're relying on them to be there every step of the way in your life, versus someone else that you may not care as much about, but you still feel the same way when it's in that moment.
I think that would go like, if you're in a relationship, you would want someone to call you in the morning or at night. But if you're in a casual relationship, I can see how that could be annoying.
Well, I'm slick an introvert, and I feel like I'm an extrovert by force. So in a relationship, I'm not the type of female that seeks those good morning texts or good morning phone calls. Not saying if you call...
She's low-key cold.
No.
Right. Jeez, oh shit.
No, I'm just saying, if you do call me and you text me, I will text back and I will reply. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to be like, it's 6 a.m. You ain't texting me good morning. Like, I'm not one of those. Like, I'm just real chill.
And
That's good.
Excuse me, that's where I am now.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with you doing whatever it is that you need to do to enjoy your life.
Yes.
So, speaking of like beneficial relationships, I want to talk up a little bit about polygamy and polyamory. Yes, thank you for the correction. So polygamy is just a straightforward definition. It's basically a relationship like a marriage with multiple people. So for instance, I know this is some culture based, like a man with multiple wives, and then polyamory is when everyone is in a relationship. So I don't know if y'all remember like Charlie's Angels. They were like big on Instagram like years ago.
About what?
It was like 3 or 4 women. They were gorgeous women. This is before like Instagram models became a thing today. And then they had a man, I'm not really sure, it was a black man, but he had all these women and they were all in a relationship with him.
And each other.
They called themselves Charlie Angels.
And they were called Charlie Angels, and they even had like an Instagram. And he was kind of like a black Hugh Hefner.
I saw a video on Instagram, and it was a guy recording all of his women in the kitchen cooking, and the kids were sitting down waiting for his food, and he was shouting out all of his wives and shouting out all of his children. For me, I get it. If you are a man and you're financially stable, it makes sense if everybody comes together financially. Cool. You're building a legacy. I get it. But for me, I don't think that would be something that I would be interested in. It makes sense logical wise, but I'm just not into that. I would rather either have one person or just be single.
Me too. But like with the kids, I'm just like, how do you deal with a relationship like that and have different kids in the household and they're seeing this? It's just weird to me.
You have to let go of the ego.
Right.
Your ego is telling you that you have to have possession of. and no one possesses anyone. And we
Say
have to
that
realize
again.
that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we have so many issues in relationships, because we're always about possession, and this is mine and I need to have that. And if we really believed in community, and this is just my belief, beat me up in the head if you want to, I don't care. I believe if we truly, as black women, believed in community and loved our sisters, if we had a good man, and we know he is a good man, and he could provide for not just me, but he could provide for me and you, and I love you, then why wouldn't I share that opportunity with my sister?
Interesting.
And that's just how I see it.
I'm
Because
jealous.
I'm
jealous.
Especially like in my younger days. And
Yeah.
this is what I say, in my younger days, I had 5 kids, and it would have been nice to have someone else, so that if I had to work 16 hours, there was someone home with my babies.
You had
I
5
got
kids?
hire a nanny for that.
5. Still not where I feel like a man has to just have one woman. I'm sorry, that's just I don't get it, because 9 times out of 10 he does it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like this, and y'all can beat me up if y'all want to. I feel like in that type of community, it's like, I feel like women are, I'm sorry, but women are settling. It's kind of like, we know that he's a good man, so let's share him.
And that's settling.
And it's settling. It could be settling.
So I have my own opinion, and
And we can beat you up if we want to.
well, y'all may not, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Jordan might, but I'm getting older, and my relationship mentality is changing, and I've noticed it. Me personally, right now, I wouldn't really mind being in an open relationship.
But that's
what about
different.
a polyamorous relationship though?
Right.
Where
you're all
Together.
So no, I wouldn't want it.
Right.
Because I don't care. First of all, my taste in women and Jordan's taste in women, it ain't gonna work. Okay?
That's true.
It's not gonna work. So no, the polyamory, right? That's right. Okay.
Oh, you said.
That wouldn't work. But a polygamy where I'm
with 2 men.
2 men, and he is with 2 women, and then we can be together when we're together, that would work for me. And I wouldn't mind it. Now, would he? Yes. We've talked about it. But I just think, I'm all about the experience.
I got you.
I'm all about the experience.
Open relationships to me are just, I don't know, they are so broad. Open can be secretive.
It can.
Open can mean I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
So,
I don't have to tell you.
Right.
It's not your
But
business.
I respect you enough, so I will tell you.
Right.
And that's the type of people I like to deal with, because we both respect each other and we both know what we want, and it's no secrets. I think I would be open.
But what's the difference with open and polygamy or
because I think for me, because I'm sure people have their own definitions. For me, open relationship means we can date whomever we want to, whenever we want to, as long as we respect us in our relationship.
When we're together.
Exactly. To me, a polyamory says that you, me, and her, we're all in this relationship. So if I want to be with her, I can be with her. If I want to be with you, I can be with you.
That sounds so greedy.
And then it sounds like everybody gets their cake and eat it too. That's what it sounds like. And so in a polygamous relationship, it is me, and I'm married to the 3 of you. So you only get to have sex with me. You see what I'm saying? You can't be with them.
Right.
She can only have sex with me.
Yeah.
She can't be with you guys.
I would do that.
To me, that sounds selfish.
Like ownership
like
type
I would
stuff.
do that with 3 men.
that sounds like
course.
So
Polyamory sounds like you're sharing.
sharing. And
Might as well just be in a casual relationship.
Mexicans do it.
Do they?
No.
Yes,
I'm saying they live together and they stack their bread. So it's kind
But
of
you
like,
think they're doing
No, I'm
doubt it.
just saying, like, living together, stacking their bread. It's kind of
Right.
similar.
And my thing is,
so I
we
see the
have
benefits from
we
it.
have
but
we have to understand that I think we look at it as sex in polygamous and polyamorous relationship. We're only thinking about the sex.
Yeah.
We're not thinking about the other benefits that you have especially when
Right.
you have kids.
Yeah.
Small kids. I don't care what nobody say. Somebody need to be at home with them badass babies.
Ooh.
Somebody.
Ooh.
But in this society, it takes two people to work
Yeah.
and to take care of a home. So if me and you are going out to work, then she can stay home and take care of the babies because that's what she does best.
But I ain't friendly, girl. Don't touch my baby.
No. You different.
That's something.
We different.
That is something to think
Don't
about too.
touch
Like you
my
don't know.
You
baby.
wouldn't, hold up, but the thing is,
Yeah.
you would choose me. The two of you would get together.
But the same thing goes
And
what she
choose.
says.
You
You
see
don't
what
have
I'm
the
saying?
same taste in women.
think you don't. You see what I'm saying? But the thing,
But-
and maybe that's just you.
I'm selfish.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I am.
You're-
Hire a nanny
I
if I need help with my children.
Period.
That is you. That's cool.
I know.
That's cool.
That's definitely me. I'm not gonna let him
That's-
sleep with my man.
That's
how
cool.
I feel.
But somebody probably sleeping with your man.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So say that
I
you're.
mean,
Hold on, wait a minute. So let's
probably,
say, hold on.
but
Just
no.
say that you're
I'm not gonna
okay
be
with.
willing with that.
Just say that you're okay with not knowing.
No, but that's with anybody's relationship. Someone could be cheating, but like I'm not going
Exactly.
to agree
Exactly.
to have a woman in our house just because he wants to be with multiple women.
No.
Like I don't want to
Well,
do that.
it has-
No.
Yeah, I agree. It has to be a mutual
It has to be a
decision.
mutual decision.
It has
yes.
to be.
I know,
You see what I'm
absolutely.
saying? It has to be. But, I just feel like we have to become more open.
I'm selfish in a way as well, to where I would just rather be in an open relationship instead of sharing a man.
Period.
Instead of
Now
sharing
that
my
is
man
okay.
Yeah.
and then being with a woman too.
But he's sharing you.
Yeah, I was just
Right,
about to say,
but-
you're still sharing.
But
Exactly.
being in an open relationship is that we wouldn't disrespect our relationship when we're together.
Okay.
I can go off and be with whoever, and he doesn't have to know who I'm with. He can go off and be with whoever, and I don't have to know who he's with. But it's a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Now, if I brought in a friend, and she liked me and my man liked her and me, that I wouldn't be comfortable with that, because I'm gonna scratch your goddamn eyes out when you touch him.
Jealousy,
But if I'm
right?
not seeing it, and if I know that it's happening, I'm more understanding. But I just wouldn't really get down with another woman having sexual
jealous.
relations
And I think
with
an
my man in
open
my face.
relationship opens up the opportunity for your man to be taken.
I think he could be taken either way.
Yeah.
He can.
I think he's gonna.
You
I
said
think the
something like that
chances
last night.
are that they can just be taken just a little bit faster,
Listen,
because
listen.
you don't even know what they're doing,
Who they're
how
with.
they're with,
Yeah.
and like how much is he enjoying?
Other
You see what I'm
people,
saying?
right.
This other
But let me
person.
say this. Your man cannot be taken. Your man wanted to go where
Mm-hmm.
he
true.
went. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like if y'all dating and I'm the man and we're all dating, right? And if I talk to you more than I talk to her, but I'm telling you I'm with her and I end up being with you, you didn't take me from her. I wanted you. So can nobody
Yes.
take nobody from you.
Okay.
It's where the
Yes
man want to go.
And
Ooh,
no, and we have to realize
Mhm.
this. Yes, your man can be taken.
how so?
Can. You can say, oh, he didn't want to be with you anyway.
How so?
But he can be given the things
Mhm.
that he needs, and that is what's taking him.
Okay.
But
so
physically, I didn't take you.
No,
Or
you gave him what he needed.
but that's not taken.
Yes, that's
But
how.
can I pose this
in a
question
sense of
real quick?
relationships, that is taking.
I want to
Mm.
ask this question. So say say we are all in a relationship.
Okay.
All together, we are all dating each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but wouldn't it be the same thing if you said, okay, I choose you now, and y'all go off by yourselves and y'all leave us? Isn't it the same thing if y'all are in an open relationship and we're in an open relationship and you're going off with someone else and you end up leaving that person instead of going to that person and leaving us? Isn't that the same?
But you would be able to see it coming.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Like I don't get it.
I'm
It's
open
what
to
open
it.
relationship?
No,
or
just all of that. Being with two men, two women in the
Because
household.
it's like, okay, say I'm the man or whatever, and I'm with you, and then these are the ladies, right? So instead of me hurting you, I'm telling you, hey, let's be in an open relationship because I want more options.
Gotcha.
And you can have more options, but when we're together, we are together.
We're together.
I'm still going to treat you like my queen, but you still know that I talk to other people.
So it's like a
versus me and you in a committed relationship and I'm cheating on you with these women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Because
basically you
right,
get to
because I
see
feel like
it.
if you're in a
And you get
relationship,
to choose.
Yeah.
An open relationship gives you the opportunity to choose.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? It doesn't take your choices away. Okay, yeah, you told, and it gives a person the opportunity to tell the truth.
exactly,
You know.
exactly,
And
that's
I
my
hate
point.
it. It has to happen this way, but it's happening.
Yeah,
It's just so blunt in your face.
like I
don't
would
like
hate
it.
to be in a relationship
I know.
where
Well, we got
I'm
to grow.
together.
And you from up north, you can take that bluntness,
I'm saying
girl.
exactly. The
Yeah.
truth is the
I
truth.
don't like
and
it.
I
I'm
would
like,
rather
you wanna
know.
be with
I would
somebody
rather know,
want
like-
to know.
Yeah.
I would hate to be in a relationship
I
where
used
it's
to
in front of
know.
my face.
Don't
Right.
be with that person. That's why I would say this.
I used to be the person that didn't want to know. Like I would tell my homegirls, like if you see my man out with somebody else, don't tell. I would much rather live in the dark.
Right.
And happy, and you see what I'm saying? But now I'm in a place where no, I don't want anybody to take my choices or my opportunity to choose from me.
Yeah.
No, I don't. So if you want to be in a relationship with me and you believe in polygamy or, you know, polyamory or open relationships, but you want a relationship with me, let me know.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Off the rip that that's what you believe and I get to make the choice.